this is Alyssa, and welcome to my first voiceover speed paint video. Part of my New Year's resolution is really to get into my YouTube channel and start really caring about the editing of my videos and start getting into voiceovers and everything that's involved with that. So I'm really excited to start this new year of my YouTube video. This so is first Helen and Eileen video from the TV show Shadowhunters, which is coming back in February 25th. So you should watch it when it comes back. Season 3B should be there, please. So Eileen has been introduced once in one episode, I believe, in season 2, and Helen has not been introduced at all yet, but I've seen pictures of the cast with the actresses, so should be there soon. I'm very excited to see them. Now, everything I know about these characters is from their Wikipedia pages, because I did not read that much of the books, and the part of the books that I did read, they were not in there, and if they were, I don't remember. So according to their Wikipedia pages, Eileen is just a shadow hunter, and she's also a lesbian, and Helen is half fae, so that's cool, and they're wives. They're married, and I think that's beautiful. Of course, though, that's not in the TV show because they're just meeting, but I am very excited. As I mentioned before, this will be my first time really getting down and editing my videos. So if this is too fast, let me know. I think it is. I know it's not too slow, but I've been watching a lot of different speed paints and I'm not sure what is the best speed option. It really depends on the person, like how fast they're talking, or if they're talking, there's music. There's a lot of things that I don't know about this. So if you guys have any suggestions, leave a comment. And I don't know if this is like my recording software or not, but like my mouse and then the actual part, like the cruiser part that's drawing, aren't together. And I've messed with the settings and stuff, but I don't know how to fix that. It doesn't really bug me because it's not like that when I draw. But if you guys have seen this problem before or know how to fix it, also let me know, because that's just really weird. So the idea behind this drawing is that Helen just came back from patrol and she's all covered in like demon guts and ichor, and Helen is like, I'm gonna give my GF a big surprise and come and hug her from the back, because she doesn't care about the mess, she loves her. And it's very cute and they're smiling and it's a lot of fun. And you can kind of see where I started like planning where that would go. So right now, I didn't really get to talk about the sketching process. So we're right on to the line art. The line art for this drawing is a little unique. Normally it takes me a while to do the line art because I'm fixing things or I'm changing things. But when I made this, I really wanted it to look nice. So I sketched everything out very nice and clean. So really, line art right now is just fixing the small stuff like sleeves or hands, primarily hands. No one could draw hands. There was a few things that I had to fix, but I did that off camera. And here, that's supposed to be like her thigh holster for her, like her stele and her sword. Because I've never really seen like where that goes. They just kind of like appear in their hands, but I feel like you have to carry around that, like you have to carry the sword around there somewhere, right? Like you have to hold it somehow. You know, I'm not a shadow hunter and I don't fight demons for a living, so they can really handle all of that stuff. And here I am drawing the feet. I think I changed it later because it doesn't look right now, and I think I realized that when I drew it, but I was just really too lazy to go back and fix it. The outfits I chose for Helen and Eileen was based off of the picture, the behind the scenes picture that either the Shadowhunters account themselves posted, or two of the actresses, because I don't remember who did that. Oops. Now, something I like to do with hair when I draw it, I didn't do this a lot with Heline, but usually in ponytails or like really flowing hair, I try to make it so there's like strands of hair that are coming off, and you can kind of see that now. And when I was drawing it, there are like little lines that aren't connected, or that are connected, but very thin lines that are away from the main body of hair. And that's because, you know, when you have hair, I'm assuming some of you have hair, it all isn't just clumped together like an anime. Like there are loose strands everywhere, and so it's just a way of making it look really nice and realistic. I also stole that from drawing clothes, but don't tell her. Thank you. And then when I was coloring it, I based it off of, obviously, like I said, what they were wearing. But I changed the coloring just a bit, just so I could have some variation with what they were wearing, because I didn't just want to have to draw using like 50 shades of gray and black and more gray to try to get this done. So for Heline, she was wearing a red, I think like a really dark red jacket, and so I made the red pop a little bit, and everything else on her outfit is some variation of red. There's like the jacket and the shirt and the pants and the shoes are all either like a dark gray with some red in it, and like a light gray with some red, just so it looks like her outfit all matches together and looks nice. Admittedly, I don't know a lot about color theory, but I was hoping that by keeping it all in like the one color group, that it would look nice, like they belong, that the outfit really came together and looked nice. And I think I did ultimately accomplish my goal. The outfit does, you know, look nice with that bland outfit that I was given. Izzy really needs to like spread her fashion sense to the rest of the Shadowhunter community, so that when I draw them, it's not boring. So I think the only thing that wasn't based off of red was her shoes, because I'm pretty sure I used the same shade of black or gray for Eileen's boots too, just so they have a little color in common and it would look nice. Eileen was just wearing, I think, just a dark gray, and I really wanted, you know, like I said, to get away from those colors. So I used a dark green for her, let's see, for her jacket, and then all the other colors that are around her are based, like I said, on green. I'm pretty sure green and red go together. Like I said, this is a very professional YouTube channel, and I always know what I'm doing, and everything looks the same. And then here I'm going with the pants, and it's like a very dark green, so that I knew I needed a different color for her pants because they were going to be right next to each other, and I didn't want that to clash. And, you know, you wouldn't be able to tell who was who and where is what. And then here I am going in with the shading. Now, I don't really shade a lot. It's not really my favorite part to do, and usually, unless I'm working on something big, I really don't think it's necessary, but I did want to add it since it's being my first YouTube video of 2019. Now, something I do when I shade is that anything in the background is all colored in the shading color, so that it looks in the back and it looks dark, and it gives the sense of like, you know what's in the foreground and you know what's in the background. I do that with the leg that is bending back from Heline, and then Eileen's leg that's in the background just straight out, and then the part of her arm that is completely in the back behind Heline that's grabbing it, so that some things look in the back and some things look in the beginning. And sometimes I do that even if I don't shade the whole thing. It's just something to add depth. I assume that's how you say that. Depth. Now I did try to add highlights to her hair, but it didn't really work, and I didn't really like how it looked, so I ended up scrapping that altogether. Now back to the characters for a little bit, because there's not much I can say about shading. We don't know a lot about them particularly in the new season. We don't really get to see them in the trailer, which is a shame. They are in the background for like 2 seconds in the very background. You have to like pause to see them. And I was really hoping that we get to see more of them in the show. But I'm really excited to see them introduced, and both of the actresses seem very excited to play them. And that's always really nice to see for LGBT characters. The actors or actresses that are playing them are really concerned about getting everything nice and is portrayed accurately in a nice way. They really care, and that always makes me feel very nice. And from what I've seen, both of the actresses are also like friends, and that's always nice to see two friends together in the same project. Done. And I do a lot of stuff off camera. Oh, here's me going in with the ichor, and just on the bottom of her shoes and on her pants, part of it on her arm. I didn't really know where to put this because I've never, slayed a demon before. But if one of my lovely subscribers is a demon hunter and they want to, chat and be like, hey, you put that in the wrong spot, let me know and I will gladly fix it. But so for right now, it's just in her hair and on her face. I really do hope though that Shadowhunters have developed something to wash demon ichor out of people's hair, because I feel like that would be annoying. But enough of my rambling. Here is the end of the video and the finished project. I went through at the end because I wasn't sure what I was going to do, and I tweaked some things and I put in a background, if you can call it that. But thank you for watching my video, and I hope you see me for the next one.